Well, in just 3 days, the NFL Combine kicks off in Indianapolis. More than 300 of the best in the college game will try to better their draft stock before early May. And a dozen from Alabama and a handful from Auburn will suit up tonight. To kick off my special Combine preview is a look at Alabama's offensive players. Going to the next level is no easy task. One of the best in Bama history isn't even projected as the first quarterback to be selected. In fact, he's projected to be second, or third, or fourth. A.J. McCarron is expected to be the fifth signal caller to hear his name called in early May. And right now, it's still up in the air if he'll throw the pigskin come this weekend at the Combine.
I think the big thing is the teams recognize that you're throwing to receivers that you've never worked with before. So they want to see the ball come off your hand, what kind of rotation, velocity, and then some accuracy too. But in terms of not throwing, we've seen quarterbacks go both ways. And I think for a quarterback, as long as he does all the other testing measurables and then doesn't throw, I don't think it really hurts him that much, because ultimately if a team is really interested in a quarterback, they're going to go to his school's pro day anyway.
Bama's offensive players in the Combine don't stop with McCarron. One of his partners in success is wide receiver Kevin Norwood, who will also take a shot at going pro.
This is going to be a big weekend for him, because if he can run at least a decent time, I think that will sell people on the fact that, hey, this is a guy that plays football better than he tests, but he seems to make every grab, especially when the football is being contested by a defensive back. So this is an important weekend for him in terms of how he measures up and stacks up against the other receivers from around the country.
All-SEC and All-American offensive tackle Cyrus Kouandjio is favored to do well in this year's draft.
Well, I think with Cyrus Kouandjio, of course, coming into the season, he was already getting quite a bit of fanfare as being a high first-round draft pick. Now, I think he's lost some of that momentum during the season. He could get a lot of it back if he elects to work out and does a good job and posts solid numbers for the left tackle position.
Okay, now joining those three is also Anthony Steen and Cody Mandel for Alabama's offensive players. Now, my coverage of the NFL Combine preview continues tomorrow at 5:30. I'll highlight the Auburn offensive players, including running back Trey Mason, who decided to go to the draft. And then at 9 o'clock, I'll have all the info on Alabama's defensive players. And coming up on Thursday, Auburn's got some standouts on the defensive end as well. We'll talk about them at 5:30. And Thursday at 9, I'll recap the Senior Bowl standouts who will try to better their draft stock before May. Let's talk a little